Hi, welcome to the Global Vegan Kitchen. I'm your host Adina with Adina's Delicacies, and today I'm going to be making vegan Brazilian food, starting with Mousse de Maracuja, seared tofu with miso glazed ginger, black bean pasta, and Paso Queso. Alright, let's get cooking. Alright, so to start our mousse de maracuja, I'm going to put in my oat milk, granulated sugar, my passion fruit pulp, and cornstarch. And I'm going to blend it until it's smooth. And now I'm going to take it to the stove to heat it all up. Okay, so I have full fat coconut milk, and I'm going to put it in my pot, and I'm just going to stir it to warm it up. This is just to warm it up, and then we are going to add the rest of our ingredients to combine and to thicken to create our mousse. So now that the coconut milk is warm, I'm going to add the remaining ingredients that I just blended earlier. And I'm going to stir this for about 10 to 12 minutes until it's thick. And we'll be right back. Alright, so now we're going to make our vegan meringue. I have alfalfa juice, cream tartar, and powdered sugar. Alright, and then I'm just going to turn this on to high, and we're going to blend it until we get heavy peaks. Alright, now that we have stiff peaks, I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to combine my meringue with my passion fruit. And I'm going to fold this in so I don't lose any volume. So this is a traditional Brazilian dessert. Passion fruits are really beloved in Brazil, and they're treasured. And in this dessert, took a traditional mousse dessert and turned it into a vegan one. And it just has very unique flavors. It's also really light and creamy. Alright, and now we're going to add our mousse to our bowls. I'm just going to scrape the edges to make this look pretty. Don't worry if it's not beautiful right away. We're going to put this in the fridge to sit for about 4 hours to overnight, and then we can come and clean up the decorative plates after. Alright, I'm just going to fill these two and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to make our seared tofu, miso glaze, and black bean pasta. We're going to start by marinating our tofu. So I have a block of tofu here, and I'm just going to cut it diagonally in half, and I'm just going to leave it on the cutting board. I have a bowl, and I'm going to mix all my marinade. So soy sauce, olive oil, maple syrup, apple cider vinegar, black pepper, minced garlic, and salt. Okay, I'm just going to give it a mix, and then I'm going to put my tofu in it, and we're going to let this marinate for a half an hour to overnight. All right, we'll be right back. All right, so our tofu has been marinating, so I'm gonna put it on a baking sheet and we're gonna bake it for 30 minutes in the oven. All right, now that that's in the oven, we're gonna make our sauce. All right, so our tofu is in the oven, still cooking. So in the meantime, we're gonna make our chimichurri. So to do that, I have some diced onion, diced cilantro, olive oil, minced garlic, red wine vinegar, Himalayan salt, oregano, and black pepper. And we're gonna blend this until it's smooth. Okay, and we're just gonna leave this to let marinate until our tofu is done. Okay, now we're gonna move on to making our black bean pasta. So while we're waiting for the water to boil, I grilled some onions and carrots, and I'm going to now blend this all to make our carrot ginger glaze. So I'm going to take the onions and carrots and put them in the blender. All right, and then I have white miso. Sesame oil, water, soy sauce, minced ginger, sesame oil, tahini, and apple cider vinegar. All right, and then we're just gonna blend this up. All right, now I'm gonna take the tofu out of the oven. All right, so our water is boiling, so I'm gonna add my black bean pasta. And I'm gonna take my tofu out of the oven. All right, so I'm gonna get my griddle ready and we're gonna sear the tofu. All right, so we just took our tofu out of the oven and we're gonna put it on the griddle to give it its sear marks. I'm gonna let this cook just for a minute per side just so it gets those nice black sear marks, but we don't wanna actually cook it because we already cooked it in the oven. Alright, so we drained our black bean pasta and I'm gonna take the miso glaze and add it in. And then I'm just gonna mix it to combine and put it aside. Alright, we have all of our ingredients done and now it's time to plate. So I'm gonna take some of the pasta and put it in any dish that you decide. I chose to use this deep bottom bowl. And I'm gonna grab my tofu from the stove. And then I'm going to drizzle it with some chimichurri. And finally, sprinkle it with a little bit of green onion. And there you go. Here's our ginger glazed carrot miso glazed pasta. And next, we're gonna make Paso Queso. All right, so now we're gonna make Paso Queso. To begin, I'm gonna go over to the stove and heat up the ingredients. Okay, so I'm gonna take olive oil, almond milk, water, and Himalayan salts, And I'm gonna turn the stove to high, and I'm gonna mix this until it starts to boil. All right, so as soon as our sauce is boiling, we're gonna remove it from the stove. I'm gonna add my tapioca starch and garlic. And I'm gonna mix this. All right, so I'm gonna mix this until it's combined. As soon as it's combined, I'm gonna take my Just eggs, I'm gonna add it in and continue stirring this. I'm gonna do it until it is completely combined and you don't have any more chunks. And then I'm gonna add my vegan Parmesan. So this is a very special bread from Brazil. You'll find it in pretty much any Brazilian restaurant. It's called Paso Queso. It is basically a very light bread. It's made with tapioca and then it's filled with cheese. So what we're gonna do now that it's combined is we're gonna roll it into balls. So it's very sticky, so I'm gonna wet my hands. And you're gonna just roll them into dollop-sized balls. And I'm gonna put them on a baking sheet. All right, be right back once they're all rolled out. All right, so we have all our Paso Queso balls, so we're gonna pop them in the oven for 15 minutes. All right, we'll see you when they're done. I have some exciting news. I just finished my vegan cookbook called Vegan Flavors from Around the World. These are the mock-up book covers. I would love it if you guys would vote on and let me know which one you'd like to see. It will be for sale on Amazon. Please go out and buy it. I would love to see everybody's comments on the recipes you make and how you made them your own. All right, our Paso Queso is out of the oven, and here are our dishes. I want to thank you for joining me today on the episode of the Vegan Global Kitchen. I'm your host, Adina, and I hope to be cooking with you again very soon.